Hi guys, I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Nakiah, and we are doing a booktube about the book The Girl on the Train by Paula Hopkins.
So, to summarize the book, Rachel Watson is an alcoholic who takes the train every day back and forth from London, and she watches this couple from her train window, which passes behind their backyard. She imagines that they are the perfect couple, and she names them Jess and Jason, even though their real names are Megan and Scott. And one day she sees something shocking in their backyard, which is Jess/Megan kissing another man who turns out to be her therapist. And coincidentally, on the same day, Jess also disappears.
Then Rachel witnesses her having an affair.
She then tells the authorities what she saw, but then when they don't take her seriously, she begins to investigate this issue herself.
Through some illegal methods. So it's interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I think personally I didn't find it super intelligent writing. Like the writing was a little bit poor. It was very repetitive, and when she would go into descriptive details and use a lot of adjectives and be like the house was this and this and this, and I just felt like there was a lot of repetition that was unnecessary. Repetition. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think the writing was great.
But at the same time, I thought it was so engaging. I couldn't put it down. I read the first two chapters and I got so invested in it and I finished it within a day.
Oh my god, really? Well, it took me 3 days to finish it. Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those books that you don't want to do, that you don't want to read over a long period of time, because it's
I
just.
also wouldn't read it again, just as a side note.
Yeah, just because it was as a
Haunting.
psychotic thriller. Yeah, it's scary and it makes you paranoid. It makes you freak out a lot. So I wouldn't read it over a long time. It's one of those. Yeah. And then also it was just hella depressing, because one thing that the author Hawkins did would be she would take even the happiest and most positive, remotely positive moments, and she would turn them and twist them around to make it really dark. And so it was the guy would be the husband of one of the characters who was babysitting would be oh, I want to have kids with you, gush gush, and then the girl who was babysitting was oh, I already have a job that's babysitting and I hate kids. And so
yeah, I remember this part. She was the minute she got home, she would try to wash off the smell of the baby, and I was
I was okay, obviously she doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of just twisting every little thing that could have been happy. And making it not happy.
Yeah. So one of the key attributes of this book was that it made me really paranoid. If you're a highly paranoid person, I don't think that you should read this book. And it makes you distrust every person, even if a certain part of that chapter is written from their perspective and you know that they didn't do it, you still suspect them and what they could have done.
Even when they're justifying themselves and saying, I couldn't have done this because of this and this, then you still suspect every single person. And that's I think that's kind of one of the things that Paula Hawkins is trying to do, is make you suspect everybody, and then kind of goes to show that everybody just is putting on a facade, or that potentially people have more facades than we realize. Yeah.
Yeah, this book is also, in a way, it's very critical of the desire to keep up appearances and to maintain
face,
yeah,
reputation. It's about, I think she really criticizes how people are so caught up in the romance of having a child with somebody and the romance of starting a family, an idealistic family, but how that just leads to kind of a disillusionment, and that actually people aren't as trustworthy as we might want them to be. Yeah. It's kind of dark in that way, but also criticizing gender roles. But
do you want to move on to talking about the movie?
Oh, sure. Let's comment on the movie.
Yeah, the movie was super trash.
Yeah, it was.
Really I watched 45 minutes of it, and my eyes began to glaze off.
I was just I can't watch this anymore. It's so bad.
So bad. And I felt like their budget was really limited because they shot in all the
Yeah.
same places.
Yeah, and also they didn't even, they had people with British accents, but then they said that it was in New York multiple times, and you were like, the book was set in London. Like, why is? And so it was weird because there would be like people with American accents and then people with British accents. Apparently, it was in New York, even though the book was in London. I was just like,
Also,
get your
they-
facts straight.
Oh, right. Also, the entire time, like, there were so many clips of nudity and, like, sexy things in the movie.
Yeah,
I felt
it was
like they were
unnecessary.
unnecessary. It was just for the sake of the views.
Yeah, like they were trying to do fan
Attract
service
attention.
to get better ratings or something,
Yeah.
and it was just kind of stupid. And they also really like over sexualized the girls, which was kind of like weird to me because I expected the movie would be like trying to cater towards like a straight female audience, to be honest. And I don't know if that's what it is, but like I just thought that it would be
Yeah.
like more directed towards girls, and so the fact that like more girls' bodies were shown in the movie was kind of like weird and like awkward.
Yeah. That was essentially our review of the book and
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah. The movie was so bad. I mean, I think that the book is worth the read, but like the movie definitely
Debatable.
yeah. Don't watch the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.